Dear distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for this gracious welcome. I am so honored to be here among so many friends of Orchard Lake and so many friends of Poland. It feels great to be back in Michigan. Earlier today, I once again visited Orchard Lake, a remarkable place that is always a pleasure to see. For, as I am sure many of you will agree, Orchard Lake Schools is more than just a place. It is where hundreds of teenagers receive a quality education. It is a place of formation where seminarians are prepared for the ordained priesthood. It is a cultural center and a repository of history. Perhaps most of all, Orchard Lake Schools is home. It is home to students, teachers, seminarians, and their families. It is home to Polonia of Greater Detroit. And through the outreach of its countless alumni priests, it is a spiritual home for all of Polonia. Father Józef Dąbrowski, who founded this great educational institution and whose memory we cherish today, was a man of unbound determination. His contribution both here to Orchard Lake and to Greater American Polonia are remarkable. Let me quote what Father Dąbrowski said at the cornerstone laying ceremony for Orchard Lake. He said, "I have in view the education of Polish candidates for the priesthood and the education of others, so that they may be on a par with other young men in this country. We Poles have the right to enjoy complete liberty in this country, but liberty cannot be enjoyed by uneducated people. The better a people is educated, the better they enjoy liberty and the better citizens they become. I deem the erection of this seminary more necessary than the building of expensive churches. Intelligence only makes men free." Father Dąbrowski was no regular missionary. He was a visionary who saw education as key to the integration of Polish immigrants into American society, but also as key to cultivating and understanding Polish traditions, history, and culture. Father Dąbrowski contributed more than any other single individual to the development of the Polish-American parochial school system, a driving force for the education of generations of Polish Americans. He drafted a course of study for 8-year elementary school and 4-year high school. Many of the priests who were educated at Orchard Lake would disperse across America, where they would oversee the construction and later successful operation of parochial schools at Polish parishes. I cannot fail to mention the unsung heroes of this educational system, the countless nuns who with such dedication educated generations of Polonia. But here also is a connection with Father Dąbrowski, as he was responsible for bringing the Felician sisters to America. This proud order staffed more than 40% of all Polish schools in America during the peak of the parochial school system. They are deserving our gratitude. Throughout all his life and all his endeavors, Father Dąbrowski persisted in his attempt to bring all Poles together around their best interest and common goals. How fortunate for all of us and for Polonia that there was a man named Father Dąbrowski. I sometimes wonder whether he imagined the far-reaching and long-lasting influence that this institution would have when he established it over 130 years ago. Ladies and gentlemen, I am honored to stand before you today as the 71st recipient of the Fidelitas Medal. In doing so, I join a long and distinguished tradition of honorees from different regions and walks of life. But I am confident that what unites us all is our heartfelt commitment to Polonia and to this integral institution. I consider this distinction to be nothing short of an honorary degree from an esteemed educational institution, and I will treasure it as such. Prior to my posting as ambassador to Washington, D.C., I have dedicated my life to academic research and scholarly work. Most recently, I served as director of the College of Liberal Arts at the University of Warsaw. Now, I say all this to explain that I understand full well the difficulties and the demands that can be encountered when running an educational institution. It is by no means an easy task, and for this reason I have immense respect and admiration for the passion of Father Mirosław Król. I am convinced that he was drawn back to Orchard Lake at this time to do great things, and I have full confidence that he will succeed. He will succeed in all these undertakings together with your support and the engagement of all of Polonia. I would also like to take this opportunity to congratulate Mr. Arkadiusz Gorecki, the new director of the Polish mission. I had the pleasure of meeting with him and the Polish mission team earlier today, and everything I saw indicated that this important organization is in capable hands. Also, I know he is not present here today, but I would like to acknowledge Father Tomasz Seweryn for all the work he has done here. Orchard Lake has weathered many changes, including its move from downtown Detroit to Orchard Lake, the closing of St. Mary's College, and the establishing of the Polish mission. The 21st century brings its new sets of challenges. However, the legacy of Father Dąbrowski shows us all how much can be accomplished if you have determination, vision, and the support of those around you. Today's gathering is a reaffirmation that this legacy of Father Dąbrowski is alive and well in Orchard Lake. Thank you once again for this distinction, and please know that Orchard Lake will always have a special place in my heart and will always have the full and unyielding support of my embassy. Thank you.